between the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Trey McBride, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now back to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. Kamara up the middle.
Yeah, good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
The Saints had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Now for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hunger.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From the gun, Murray. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. A good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Murray. He's got the hook to move. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. There's Murray. And that is caught, but the back judge right there saying incomplete.
Well, he's been slinging in the first half. You expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown. I guess he's got to win to try to pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Back to throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That one complete downfield to Thomas.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going deep this time for Miller.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'll look to throw again.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
We both know there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Second and long. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Hey, Charles, they got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Murray's throw complete to McBride.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Play fake. Murray. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man. Complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yards to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Extra point forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 28, Saints 7.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Taken from about the 12. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Their own 18-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Cardinals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Cardinals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 8-3. It's 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He'll look to throw. And then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the
back now here live in New Orleans.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Cards will have the football as this This is taken up past the 30.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Shotgun now from Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Murray now. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Murray. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Murray to air it out again. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, Bob, because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray.
This is taken in by McBride.
A huge play there for Arizona. 42 yards. They'll try to run this one in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going up top for Miller.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Murray.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Rolling to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout. But you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete there to Moore. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Murray being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. But I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. Of course, the game can't end with a defensive penalty, so they'll get one more crack.
So now you get an untimed play, which should be the last one, unless it happens again and there's another defensive penalty.
Back to throw it, Murray. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.